Peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you, and welcome to the 10th episode of the series This Beloved, where we continue our journey with the pure prophetic biography. In this part, which is the first of the series on the incident of the companions of the elephant, we will learn about the story of Abraha al-Ashram, how he attempted to divert the Arabs from the Kaaba by building a luxurious church, and how his anger turned into a massive military campaign aimed at demolishing the sacred house of Allah. We will narrate the events in detail and see what his fate was. And we begin this part with the blessing of Allah. The Incident of the Companions of the Elephant, Part 1. Allah Almighty said, "Have you, O Muhammad, not seen how your Lord dealt with the companions of the elephant? Did he not make their plot go astray? And he sent against them birds in flocks, striking them with stones of baked clay, and made them like eaten straw." Surah Al-Fil. When the king of Abyssinia seized control of the land of Yemen, he appointed a man as governor over it from among the Abyssinians. His name was Abraha al-Ashram. Al-Ashram is a nickname for him. Abraha was a short and stout man. One day he dueled with a large man who struck him with a spear on his forehead, cutting his eyebrow, nose, eye, and lip, leaving them wounded. Thus he was called Abraha al-Ashram. Abraha became the governor of Yemen and had a strong army. Since he was new to the land and unfamiliar with the nature of its people, he was surprised to see many of the people of Yemen traveling to Makkah during the Hajj season. He asked his followers, "What is this?" They said to him, "They are performing pilgrimage, Hajj." He said to them, "To what do they perform pilgrimage?" They said to him, "To the Kaaba." He said, "And what is the Kaaba?" They said, "It is a house that the Arabs believe to be the house of Allah on earth, built by their ancestor Ibrahim." He said, "Tell me about it. What is this house made of?" They said to him, "It is made of stones, and it has no roof." He said to them, "And what is its covering?" They said to him, "Its covering is made of Yemeni textiles." The covering of the Kaaba in the pre-Islamic era was made in Yemen from pieces of cloth called maktutat, which were red and black in color. Abraha thought about the matter and consulted his close advisors. He said, "What do you think if we build a church for the Arabs in Yemen that is better than this house?" They admired the idea and agreed with him. So he began building a magnificent church in Sana'a, going to great lengths in its decoration. He adorned it with various types of emeralds and rubies and covered it with the finest fabrics to attract people to it and divert their attention away from the Kaaba. Then he requested the Arabs to perform pilgrimage to it. The Arabs mocked him and said, "Shall we leave the Kaaba of our father Ibrahim, the house of Allah, to perform pilgrimage to Abraha's church?" Days passed, and no one came to it. Abraha felt a sense of failure and disappointment. His call was ignored by the people until one night a man from the people of Hijaz came, entered the church, reached its most elevated and beautiful spot, and defecated on it, meaning he relieved himself there. Then he smeared it with filth and said, "This is our pilgrimage to it, O Abraha." Then he left. In the morning, when Abraha woke up, his entourage informed him of what the man had done at night. Abraha was enraged and swore to destroy the Arabs' Kaaba. He launched his campaign against the Arabs, preparing a massive army, the likes of which had never been seen, to demolish the Kaaba and take revenge on them. Abraha advanced with his troops, accompanied by a great elephant. On his way, he sent his soldiers to attack the Arab tribes, seize their food and drink, and use it to sustain his army. Some Arab tribes tried to resist him, but failed and were defeated by his army. When some Arab tribes heard of his approach, they abandoned their homes and fled to the mountains. None of the Arabs or their tribes could stand against Abraha and his troops. Abraha's army was like a storm that destroyed the Arab tribes. Inshallah, Part 2 will follow today so we can complete the story of the companions of the elephant. And with this, we come to the end of Part 10 of the Pure Prophetic Biography. We will meet again soon, Allah willing.